Hundreds of thousands of visitors flock to Clearwater Beach during March and April, making these 2 months the busiest of the entire year. With its pristine beaches and endless array of activities, there's no wonder Clearwater Beach has become a spring break hotspot for travelers from all over the globe. This can be a good or bad thing depending on what type of spring break you're looking for. Things can get pretty daunting this time of year if you're not prepared. Setting realistic expectations and making some small tweaks in your planning can mean the difference between a vacation to remember and having buyer's remorse. Stick around to find out where the party is and isn't, and how you can have an amazing time no matter what type of vacation you're looking for. Hey everyone, my name is Mandy, and in this video we're sharing our top do's and don'ts to make sure your Clearwater Beach spring break vacation is nothing short of epic. If you're a young adult looking to enjoy the rite of passage known as spring break, by all means, show up, have fun, dance the night away, make new friends, and be safe. But if you're a family traveling with young kids, or maybe you're a couple whose wild spring break days are just a bit behind you, but you still want to have an amazing time at the beach, this video is for you. Clearwater Beach is a fabulous destination any time of year, but there are some challenges during spring break that we want to help you navigate. First up on the list is crowds. Don't underestimate the number of people that visit during this time of year. Clearwater Beach has consistently ranked among the top beaches in the United States according to TripAdvisor's Traveler's Choice Awards, and has even secured a spot on their top beaches in the world list. Clearwater Beach claimed the number 2 spot on TripAdvisor's Best Beaches for 2024. With that type of hype, it's no wonder why the amount of visitors continues to soar each year, making just about everything here a bit more challenging to navigate. While the entire beach stays pretty packed during spring break, the center of the action on the sand stays around Pier 60. It's safe to say that most beachgoers in this area are between the ages of 18 and 22, and let's just say they're single and ready to mingle. If raunchy song lyrics and raging hormones aren't your thing, do head north up the beach for a more relaxing atmosphere. And for those of you that have zero sense of direction like myself, that's to the right if you're looking out at the pier. The further north you go, the more chill the beach will become. Next up is parking. Don't expect to easily find parking. Parking has been an ongoing challenge on Clearwater Beach, as available space has struggled to keep up with the influx of visitors each year. During spring break, some of the private lots tend to price gouge, and prices can reach as high as $100 for the day. The later in the day it gets, the harder parking becomes to find. To avoid this, do get to the beach around 8 a.m. and look for city lots, which are going to be your cheapest option, and oftentimes they're the closest proximity to the beach. City lots can be located on the map found at www.myclearwater.com/parking. And for even more detailed parking info, check out our Clearwater Beach Parking Explained video, where we share all sorts of good info on all the best spots and where the few top secret free parking spots are on the island. While parking on the beach remains a challenge, thankfully, the Pinellas Suncoast Transit Authority created a solution to help with the surge in visitors for spring break. From March 1st through April 30th, they're offering free park and ride services where you can park at one of the lots on the mainland just before the bridge to the beach for free and ride to the beach for free on board the Jolly Trolley and other PSTA bus lines. For more information, visit psta.net/spring break or call the PSTA info line at 727-540-1900. And while we're on the topic of transportation, let's talk about spring break traffic. According to online data, over 50,000 cars cross the bridge into Clearwater Beach every single day during spring break. You can be sitting on Gulf Boulevard for hours, and while cruising is all part of the fun for some spring breakers, It's a nightmare for families traveling with kids and for us locals just trying to go about our regular day. Everything is walkable or bikeable in Clearwater Beach, so if you're staying on the island, don't rent a car. Between the insane parking fees and wasted time in traffic, it just doesn't make sense. Do choose to walk everywhere or rent bikes to get around. We like to rent from Clearwater Paddleboard and Rental Company up on North Beach. They have daily and weekly rates and almost always have discounts offered on Groupon, so make sure to check for those. Whether you're walking or biking, don't jaywalk. The number of pedestrians killed in Pinellas County nearly doubled from 2020 to 2021, and while it's dangerous to do any time of the year, the sheer amount of cars on the road, coupled with the fact that many of the drivers are young, distracted, possibly impaired, or all three, makes it especially dangerous. Do use the crosswalks and make sure to push the button to activate the flashing lights on the signs when they're available. Next up is alcohol. We couldn't make a spring break video and not point out that alcohol of any kind is prohibited on Clearwater Beach. If you're hoping to quietly sip your Mai Tai while you read a book under the serenity of your umbrella, you may want to rethink it. Just because you might not fit the mold of a wild and crazy spring breaker, it doesn't exempt you from the law, and with the heightened beach police presence during spring break, it's just not a good idea. We're not saying that it's okay to break this law any other time of the year, but we want you to understand that if you visited Clearwater Beach in the past and have discreetly sucked down a cold one on the beach before, spring break might not be the best time to try it again. While that may be a buzzkill for some, literally, the increase in police presence on the beach during spring break is for good reason. With the massive influx of visitors, local authorities prioritize safety and maintaining a family-friendly environment, and we're grateful for their protection. If you really have your heart set on having a cocktail on the sand, do spring for a cabana behind the Hilton Hotel by the pier or visit the nearby tiki bar there, both that serve drinks. You must consume your cocktail at the location where it was served to you. Next up, let's talk about my favorite subject, food. Don't expect to get reservations at restaurants. Not because there aren't any available, but because most of the casual dining restaurants here on Clearwater Beach just don't take them, which becomes especially frustrating during spring break. Many won't even put your name on the wait list until your entire party is on site, so make sure everyone's with you before you approach the host stand. Do try to schedule your meals about an hour earlier than peak dining times when restaurants are likely to be less crowded. Last up, don't wait to plan your excursions. If you plan on doing any of the boat tours or parasailing or even visiting the aquarium, do reserve them as early as possible. While walk-ups work most times throughout the year, these activities fill up quickly during spring break, so it's best to secure them as soon as possible. For more do's and don'ts, check out our Clearwater Beach mistakes video, where we share even more ways to make your trip to Clearwater Beach more enjoyable any time of year. We hope this video has helped make your trip planning a little bit easier. If you'd like to see more tips and tricks on how to make your Clearwater Beach vacation an unforgettable one, hit that subscribe button now and let us know in the comments what you'd like to see us cover next. Thanks so much for watching and subscribing, and we'll see you on the next one.